Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 200,000 subscribers, but Coops needs your help. Gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna react to a couple of clips that went viral recently of women saying ridiculous stuff. Let's go with clip number 1. Let's go.
Y'all, I'm in Kroger, and you would not believe the audacity some people have. Me and my husband are in the shopping. My husband, the baby. Mr. Baby, the baby. We in Kroger shopping. We on the aisle now. I'm looking at stuff. And this woman is with another woman. And she's like, sir, excuse me, sir. Can you reach this off the top shelf for me? We're short. I look at them. I look at him. He look at me. He said, boo. The fact that he knew he needed permission to help these people, and the fact that they thought they could just ask him and he was gonna move for them. The audacity. Ain't that right, boo? That done tickled my soul. So I say that to say this. If you are in the store, married or single, by yourself, and you need help, and you notice that the man that you about to ask help from is with a woman, the correct thing to say is, excuse me, ma'am, is it okay if your husband can help me get something from the shelf? Don't put that man in that weird situation, because my husband's like, he didn't flinch, he didn't move, he looked at me, and he like, boo. And we both knew what that boo meant. So, but have a good day.
One thing that I can't stand is a henpecked, scared of his wife's shadow ass dude. I do not respect men who are scared of their wives or have to ask permission from their wives to do anything. But let's move that to a side. What we have here, squad, is an insecure woman. An insecure woman who couldn't wait. Let me say this again. Who couldn't wait, did not hesitate to run to social media to show the entire world how henpecked her husband is and how she runs the relationship. And this crazy part is that, lady, don't nobody want your husband and don't nobody want you. This chick look like a goddamn garbage pail kid, making all these ridiculous faces when that wasn't necessary. I've been in the grocery store plenty of times. Mind you, I was single. I wasn't with a woman at the time, and grabbed stuff from the shelf for a shorter woman. I remember it happened at least a couple times in my life, and I didn't think anything of it. The fact that you think that your husband needs your permission to do something kind for someone, a kind gesture that hurts literally nobody. Now, if she would have said to your husband, once you finish grabbing that off the shelf, let me suck in your dick a little bit, then we have something to discuss. Well, God, man. And I saw this on another site, not the original site in which it's posted, but I'm this close to going to find the original video because I know the comments got to be glorious. So check this out. It took me about 2 seconds to find the original video. So this original content creator is Keisha016. And I said this before, guys. Look at it. The comments are turned off. Whenever someone uploads content and turn the comments off, they're cowards. That means they couldn't stand on business, whatever they posted. So she turned the comments off. But I found something even better. The very next video on her page, which I'm thinking is some sort of explanation or apology video. Let's see. I was not expecting this. I never even looked up the original content creator's video. I never looked up the original content creator's video until right now. So she made another video live off TikTok. Let's see what she has to say on this one.
It's time for unpopular opinion part 2. Since the first opinion was unpopular to some, not to all.
I've not watched this video yet.
So as a woman, I do not go to another woman's home without her being present.
Duh.
Just out of respect for that woman in her home.
That's not what this situation is.
If I'm talking to one of my friends and I got to drop something off and she's like, hey, I'm not there yet. If I go and drop that off, I'm dropping it off at the door. Most of the time I stay on the phone with my friend and I do not cross that threshold. Or I will sit in the car until she get there. If I plan on talking to her for a little bit, I will sit in the car until she get there and then I'll proceed to get out. Because why would I go in there with her husband? That's not my place. Some people don't set the proper boundaries in their marriage, and I feel like that could come into play. It's not that you feel like somebody wants your man. It's not that you feel like anything is going to happen to your relationship. It's just the respect that I have for those around me, their relationships, and my own.
You're comparing apples to oranges. And she knows that. She's a woman. She suffers from PPM. She's a professional point misser, and she's going to purposely miss the point. You're a married woman. Of course, you don't need to be in another woman's house around her man when she's not there. Nobody's talking about that. You're trying to make an excuse because you made a video that wasn't a good look, and instead of just being an adult and taking your L and keep it moving, no, I got to come back to the internet and try to justify my fuckery. Because that first video made you look like an asshole. An insecure wife, again, who couldn't hesitate to point out to the world and look at how henpecked my husband is. And also, he better ask me for permission.
First and foremost, my own. I'm going to respect my man.
You didn't respect him.
I don't ever want to be in a place or in a position for someone to have anything to say about me and to carry back to anyone. Because I feel like if you eliminate those scenarios, there's no confusion within your marriage. Simple respect. That's all you have to do. If you carry out simple respect in your marriage, then everything will be okay. So like I said, I don't go to other women's homes without them being present. They don't come to mine without me being present. And like I said, if we do have to drop off something, I don't cross the threshold. That's just me.
Joker Tango.
Because out of respect for her husband, her marriage, that's just not a position I want to put anyone in. So I stay at the door. And I talk, like I said, most of the time I stay on the phone as well. So let's see what y'all got to say about this one.
You're a fucking idiot. That's what anyone has to say. That's what I have to say. Let's see what the comments has to say. But in reality, again, you made a video, you thought it was funny, and let's not get it mistaken. She doesn't respect her husband. You know why? If she respected her husband, she wouldn't have made the video in the first place. So y'all have to remember, whenever that situation happened in the grocery store, when someone asked her husband to reach something off the shelves, she didn't even wait till she got home. She immediately pulled her phone out and uploaded the video to TikTok that moment because she wanted attention and she wanted to show the world how she's in charge. No one, man or woman, shouldn't have to ask their significant other or spouse to do a kind gesture for someone. That first video is exactly who she is, and she presented it to the world and therefore got clowned. Next clip. If a man wants to take me on a date moving forward, I now require a $100 refundable deposit. I shouldn't even play this shit.
If a man wants to take me on a date moving forward, I now require a $100 refundable deposit on a date. Hear me out.
No.
Man makes reservation, wants to take me out. Wonderful, no problem. Gets there early. Okay, kudos for him. He calls me and says, I've made a mistake. Sir, what is the mistake that you've made? He says, I can't get in because I don't meet the dress code requirement. I say, well, what are you wearing? Because look at me. What? Okay, I'll see you in a moment. I'll be there in a couple minutes. He goes, yeah, I forgot they had a dress code. You made the reservation. You said you've been here before. And you put on a jogging suit for a first date, mind you. Do people not try to put their best foot forward anymore? And don't get me wrong. If you wanted something casual, sir, you should have said meet me at Starbucks or Chipotle.
Now, here's my question. Is that a situation that actually occurred? Or is this a scenario that she's making up in her head as she tells the story? That's what I want to know.
I love a good bow. I would have showed up in my leggings, the worn out ones, oversized t-shirt, and some New Balance. So a man will be paying a $100 deposit if you want to take me on a date. If you show up and you can do the little bitty things like get in the establishment for the reservation you made, your $100 will be fully refunded before we leave the establishment, okay? Let's be clear on this before y'all hop on Beyonce's internet and say I'm looking for money. No, I have my own coins.
Ma'am.
This too is false.
No one who hops on the internet talking about, oh, I need a $100 deposit, or I reacted to a video a year or two ago where a woman said, you got to cash at me $500 before I give you my number. All this nonsense, that'll never happen in a million years. This doesn't come from the mouths of people with money. This comes from the mouths of broke-ass people. Let's just be honest out here. Stop the cap.
But it's not every day that a woman spends $170 for a beat like this. Can we get into it? She ate with that one. Okay, but stay focused here, okay? Yeah, naturally, a woman's gonna do her own little 1-2 step on her everyday things. But to pay $170 for makeup for a date means I'm looking good for your enjoyment, for myself first, and for you to enjoy as well. Nails, pedicure, that's stuff I'm gonna do on a regular. If I'm sitting in the house bed rotting, I'm still gonna look good, okay? That's not a man's responsibility. Let's be clear on that, ladies, okay? But to pay $170 for makeup and you can't get in the established, oh, but don't you worry, ladies.
Women kill me with this. You're going to have to pay for my makeup and hair and all this kind of stuff. And I saw her trying to point out to ladies that basically saying you shouldn't be asking a man for your regular maintenance. But she said she paid $170 for makeup. But here's the thing. No man asked for this shit. If a man was going out on a date with you, more than likely, 9 times out of 10, 90 men out of 100 men would want you to be natural anyway. And let me add this. I don't know this woman. I'm not going to go to the point of going to check for TikTok for the original video. But she gives me the vibes of a woman who was much larger, lost some weight, and now her head's like a hot air balloon. She thinks she the shit. And more power to you, but if you need $100, just say so.
And gentlemen, I went in and enjoyed myself. It was a great time. Sushi, chef's kiss.
So this actually
had myself a French 75. Had some great conversations with the gentleman next to me at the bar, so no problem there. And the makeup will not be wasted because I have a date in a few hours with a man that is always dressed apart and he got a beard. Also, it's my birthday weekend, so
Yeah, shut up. So going by her conversation, it sounds like that's a situation that happened. But again, women do this all the time because this one situation happened with this one dude. Now every dude who dates me needs to put out a deposit because of this one dude who didn't check the. Shut up, okay? Not that special and you're not that fine. No offense intended whatsoever. You can call me Dusty. I ain't shaved. That's fine too. You're an average woman. No man is putting a deposit down, not even if it was $10 to date you. Who the hell do these women think they are? Next clip.
My best friend of almost 10 years just cut me off like a few weeks ago because I was told that their girlfriend is not comfortable with our relationship. So he's tired of arguing with her and he wants peace in his relationship. So he's going to cut me off. Now, before y'all go getting y'all britches up y'all ass, our friendship has never been nothing but platonic. And he has hundreds of girlfriends, not just one. I'm not even the one he see in person or like in a lot of the pictures at all. It's a lot of them other bitches. But I get it. The thing that just kind of bothered me is when I had my girlfriend and she didn't like you, nigga, I just dealt with the consequences. But when the shoe's on the other foot, you want to cut me off and then tell me you hope it don't affect our relationship. It absolutely will. It absolutely will. What the fuck is up? What the fuck? How was you called?
When it comes to your ex-friend, I'll say this.
Sound like a real nigga to me.
And did y'all peep what she said? She also kind of semi-snitched on him, or at least attempted to, talking about, oh, he had hundreds of girlfriends, including myself. And then you talking about when you're in a relationship with a woman, so you're not even a straight woman, you lesbian? How if your girlfriend give you static about having a platonic male friend and you just ride with it, everyone ain't you. Most men will pick peace in a relationship over most things. But I've been on the record saying this multiple times. I don't believe that women and men can be platonic friends. I only believe that works only if one partner in a relationship is 1,000% not attractive to that person in any matter. Can't be platonic friends like that, and I don't believe they should be. If you're a married man, why would you have platonic women as your friends? You know that's going to lead to a headache. And I've seen multiple clips of women saying the same thing when their male friends, who they usually have in the friend zone, didn't really sound that way with this particular woman, but their male friends who are usually dudes in the friend zone, but they'll finally quit that woman to dedicate their time and resources to the woman in their relationship. That's just what it is. And if a woman considered that man a real friend, you will understand that. Move on. Shut up.
Walked out on a man in the middle of our workout at the gym because he tried to play in my face. Now, to give you a little backstory, this man has been following me. I met him once a while ago. He's been following me. I made a post about needing to get back in the gym and how I'm being inconsistent. He was like, I can help you. I took him up on the offer. He's cool. I was like, okay, cool. Let's just be gym buddies. That's it. Like, I need somebody to hold me accountable, and that's fine. So we did go work out. Everything was cool. The first time we worked out, it was good. I was like, hey, you want to do this again? Like, it was cool. Now, After the workout session, he did express romantic interest. Do I know that men are attracted to me? Yes. I'm not stupid doodle dumb. But does that mean I'm about to be with you, date you? No, we're just doing the gym thing. I very much keep men at an arm's length and a distance at all times.
Unless you want them to help you at the gym.
But he was like, you know, if you ever want to go on a date, I am feeling you. I was like, I know you were attracted to me because, again, I'm not stupid. But I'm like, let's do the gym thing. I think this is good. I'm not really looking to, date right now. We're just going to be gym buddies. So we're in the gym today, right? We're doing our workout. Everything's going well. And then there was this woman that approached him. So I don't say nothing. I just kind of looked at her. Now, she did look my way and she was like, hey, I saw you. And I was like, oh, my God, that's my dad. Turns out the woman is his daughter. Now, we had just talked about the daughter. I think the first time we worked out, we talked about the daughter. So I'm familiar with her. She's not familiar with me, right? So they're having about a 3-minute conversation. They chopping it up, as they should. But at no point during this conversation did he even look over to me or did he even say, oh, hey, that's my friend Sheila. We're working out. Simple. We're gym buddies. All you could have did was introduce me. But you didn't. So she walks away and he kind of seems like we're about to continue this workout. To which I got off the machine and I was like, yeah, I'm uncomfortable with that. I felt very unseen. Like, we're platonic friends and you could have just introduced me. Now, you did express romantic interest. And with you having romantic interest, you should have for sure introduced me. Which lets me know, like, are you hiding something? You ashamed of me? Because I'm that girl. What you got to be ashamed of? What you hiding me for?
What the fuck is she talking? She's talking about she's that girl, and she mentioned twice already how she know men are attracted to her, which tells me this is another woman who in her mind is much hotter than she actually is in real life. Why would you think that man owed you acknowledgement or owed you an introduction to his daughter? Y'all not in a relationship. Now, if y'all was boyfriend and girlfriend, I'd be with you 1,000%. Like, yeah, that's weird. Your daughter is here and I'm your girlfriend. You wouldn't even introduce me to your daughter. I'd be on your side all the way. But y'all not in a relationship because you chose not to be romantic with him out of your own words. So why are you entitled to think that he should be introducing you to people he know? I don't understand what your beef is unless you do that. What?
I can't be hidden. I show up too big. I thought about interjecting myself, but why would I do that? This is your daughter. You two were having a conversation. You could have just simply turned to me and said, hey, this is Sheila. This is so-and-so. So it lets me know you're not ready for me. If we were to date, you're not the type of man that I need you to be. Because if you expressed a little romantic interest in me, there was no way that you shouldn't have introduced me to your daughter. You're not trying to for whatever reasons. I don't have time to figure out why. I don't care the reason why.
Because you said you wasn't interested in him.
I'm gone. Because you asked me to be here. You reached out to me. You were like, hey, I'm adamant about working out with you. If it was platonic, it could have been an introduction. Either way, I don't play that game. So I left. It looks like I will be going back to work out by myself. But I'm like, if you couldn't stand up and be a man and be a leader and just introduce in the friend stage, there's no future with us. And if it really were friends, if we truly were friends, you could have introduced me. So I don't know what the game is, but I'm not here to play it.
What the hell did I just watch? There is no future with y'all because you already stated you didn't want anything to do with him romantically. What are we talking about? This has to be rage bait. This doesn't make any sense. Again, if y'all were together, if you accepted his advances and y'all was man and woman and that same situation happened, I'm like, dude, you didn't introduce her to your daughter. Like, that's extremely rude. But you just a gym buddy who he barely knows. It's not like you got, what is your second time at the gym? What is wrong with you? This got to be rage bait. But I saw a comment under this video that I think speaks volumes, and I'm going to read the comment and leave it right here. This delusional pick-me, I don't know where she got pick-me from. Women call every woman pick-me's. But anyway, this delusional pick-me is out here friend-zoning a man, then throwing a tantrum because he didn't roll out the red carpet and introduce her to his daughter like she's already stepmom material. Lady, you rejected him romantically, but still expected full girlfriend privileges plus instant family access. That's not standards. That's peak entitlement on steroids. He dodged a nuclear level bullet by not letting you anywhere near his kid. Protect that daughter at all costs. King, she's clearly safer with strangers than with this walking red flag. Yeah, she's talking about she's gonna be working out by herself. I hope somebody hit her in the head with a fucking dumbbell. He cried about your standards while wondering why you're perpetually single. The math ain't mathing, sweetheart. Thank you.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
I cannot believe that. That's gotta be rage bait. That has to be rage bait. Cause ain't no way, boy. Get off my screen. It doesn't even make any sense. Why would you be upset? But y'all let me know what you guys think. And maybe this is something I'll start doing again in the future. Just taking a couple clips, reacting to the nonsense and keep it moving. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Am I tripping? Are these women losing their goddamn marbles more and more? And we heading into a new year of this nonsense in 2026. Do better, squadron. Fall out. Hit me in the comments, yo.